Hey guys, welcome back to Swan Dynasty Insight for your Venus reading. So we're going to get messages from Venus about love and what you need to know. Love has not only to do with romance, but also our self-love, our self-respect, and it's a lot more abundant. And we are going to find out, we're going to get messages from Venus about your love life. Say, what's going on for you right now in your love life, but generally also messages for you about receiving love as well as giving it, if that makes sense. We're going to go into it. We're going to look at your cards, and I've also channeled a song for you. And then at the end, I'm just going to toss some runes and find out more about like what is coming towards you, kind of what can you expect in your love life coming next. All right, so if you have Venus in Aries, if you're not sure where your Venus sign is, you can go ahead and look at the calculators that I have in the description box below and calculate your Venus sign and come back to these readings when you know what your Venus sign is. Your Venus sign is not always in alignment with your sun sign, so for example, you could be a Pisces sun and have an Aries Venus, or even a Taurus sun and have an Aries Venus. It depends. So make sure you know what your Venus sign is, come back to these readings, and we're going to get started, okay? Aries Venus. Also, I apologize for the noise above me. My neighbor just happens to be super loud today. Alright, so your song is Your Song by Elton John. That's actually what it's called. It's called Your Song. And I just wrote down a few lines, and then we're going to see what your cards say. So the lines that I have written down: I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we could both live. So immediately, Aries Venus, what I got from this song. I pre-shuffled your cards before I channeled a song, and listening to your song, I feel, for one, Aries Venus, you can't hide how you feel. This is true for any Aries Venus. You have to wear your heart on your sleeve because it is who you are. It's how you express yourself. It's how you express your love. And whether there is someone in your life right now, I do feel like you, Aries Venus, do come from a place of wanting to shower someone with your affection. When you fall in love, you get inspired to do really big things. You feel like you could be anything, and you would probably do anything for the person that you love. And that's a beautiful thing, but also, naturally, we want to make sure that we are doing that for someone who is also willing to give us the same in the return. So let's have a look at your cards. I'm going to lay them all out today, and then we're going to find out more messages. All right, so we have Cave, Protection, Atoms, Building, number 40, number 17. Okay, we have Lalita Tripura Sundari in the reverse. Choosing your path, all is possible. And then from the tarot, you guys have the King of Wands, the World card in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, and from the light workers, we have the Mirror card, what is triggering you, and the Ever Unfolding Rose, it is happening for you, not to you. So yes, this is the message I was getting. Messages from Venus. Venus wants you guys to know, for one, you have a beautiful heart, a very giving spirit, and this is something that you have to protect, because As an Aries Venus, you might be prone to giving that away a little bit too quickly to people that you are inspired by, or that you develop feelings for. And let me just double check what Lolita says one more time, because I believe she is a goddess of sexuality and yeah, eroticism, I'm pretty sure, but let me just double check. Yeah, goddess of erotic spirituality. In the reverse, it says, it's time to go after your desires. These desires are not your goals of achievement, but rather what the inner you desires: love, lust, passion. Lalita, the Tantrika goddess, awakens within you to remind you of your divine feminine nature. She is fully alive, untamed, and mystical, joining the erotic with the spiritual. Lalita represents the part of you that is both a queen and a nymph, ruling with her elegance without foregoing her pleasure. Meditate on embodying Lalita's sensual power in all aspects of your life. So yes, I do feel like, Aries, this message is for you. Many of you guys are not seeing someone right now, and that was what was coming to my mind as I had channeled your song and when I was shuffling your cards, that many of you are not actually in a relationship right now, but I do see like that's something you want. But the messages from Venus is about you creating building blocks at this time and focusing on actually building something. So in a holistic astrology, Aries has Taurus on the second house, because Aries becomes the first house. And so what this means is that as a Venus in Aries, when it comes to your love life and your relationships, if you want them to flourish, you also have to understand what it means to build a foundation, because you guys are very great at going after what you want, and winning. You guys can win over someone's affection with your charm and your creativity, and there's this need for you to also harness that energy that you have. I see with this King of Wands here that for some of you, there is someone in your life that is watching you, is what I'm hearing. They're watching you before they actually like try to come towards you. But the message that I'm getting here is that this is about you knowing what you want, going after what you have your vision set on for your future. I think that's what's important to you right now, Aries especially. I think you guys are very focused on what your vision is. And with the World card in the reverse, this tells me that you guys have been feeling like you have so much more to experience in life, and that there's a part of you that also doesn't really want to settle down just yet. And maybe some of you guys have been struggling with finding the balance between having, like, maybe seeking out like a relationship for sexual pleasures, versus like focusing on your creativity. And there's this the confliction is that maybe some of you guys feel bad about it. Like there's this part of you that maybe you feel like you should keep yourself protected, like this Cave card, and not letting yourself experience the pleasures of life. I feel like many of you watching this reading are healing from sexual trauma. Sexual trauma can come from many places. It can come from early childhood, and it can also come later in life in relationships. Unfortunately, when we do have our relationships that we're still learning about ourselves and other people, sometimes we do end up in a situation where, we feel like we were either convinced to believe a certain thing or to live our life a certain way, that wasn't actually truly in alignment with what we felt that we wanted or deserved from. And I feel like a lot of you guys have this distorted view of lust, like it's a bad thing, but it's not, because it's also the way that Aries has a lust for life, that feeling of just wanting to experience the pleasures of life and to be in the here and now. But when it comes to your relationships, I do feel like many of you guys have been in several situations where you wore your heart on your sleeve and you just kind of put it all out there, and time after again you basically don't, you haven't had your love received or reciprocated as of yet, is how you feel. And it's like you're still looking for that one, you're still looking for that right kind of connection. And part of you wants to blame the universe because you don't understand why it seems that you keep coming into connections that are unbalanced and unfair. But this imbalance also in your relationships also stems from your own imbalance within yourself, and you actually committing and connecting to your own ideas and your own passions and the things that make you feel lively. This is where you are going to attract love, because as a Venus in Aries, you are here to be creative and to express your own passion and lust for life. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been out of touch with that, in the sense that you have been investing more in trying to give that to someone and to wear your heart on your sleeve and to, and to be inspired by someone else, so that you had a reason to do these things, if that makes sense. So your messages is mainly about you learning to open up yourself again to your passionate side, and to not feel a sense of guilt or shame around any lustful desires that you may have, because those are normal and natural things. Okay, you should absolutely tap into that erotic goddess within you. And there are different ways to do that, and it doesn't always have to be through sexual experiences. It can also be through how we take a paintbrush to a piece of paper and express that. So to express everything we feel, and to feel good about it in the end. And I think Aries, a lot of you guys are needing to get back into your artistic routine. And when you do this is actually going to open more doors for you to find romance. Just like this choosing your path card says, all is possible. And this is telling you that there's a whole world of variety and opportunities out there for you. And you will open that door for yourself by reconnecting to that passionate side. It's interesting because I know myself, I used to be especially passionate about learning foreign languages. At some point in my life, I could speak 15 different languages. And over the years, let's just say depression and different experiences that, and just kind of suppressed that passion that I once had. That sometimes if I listen to a song in a different language, for example, and I try to speak it, it's frustrating, and I feel like there's not really a lot of opportunities for me to connect. But what I've had to realize also is that the more I actually let myself tune into that side of me, I realized that actually there were so many doors open for me. Let's say if I could speak 15 different languages, that's like me being able to find love in potentially 15 different cultures, and that was me opening up my doors of variety and possibilities out there. And that's what this choosing your path is saying to you, is that the more you actually tap into your own creativity and your passions, you're going to open up those doors for yourself as well. And to and then when you do, the biggest message here is also to keep in mind is that you want to focus on actually building something so that it can actually sustain and become something for the long term. Alright, does that make any sense? So let me just toss some runes right now and find out, is there going to be a love opportunity coming into your life anytime soon? Okay. So I am getting a no at this time, just because, so we have the rune Nathes, which is about learning a difficult lesson, and this is going to be a difficult time for you because, yes, let's say, those doors are going to be closed for the time being because, like I said, you need to focus on, not so, you need to get to the root of what you feel is triggering you, because like I said, I'm feeling a lot of sexual blockages, and sexual energy is not always, about like intimacy and intercourse, or it's also about how we, let's say a sexual rapport between you and a close friend would be the way that you both are able to express what you are passionate about, if that's art, if that's music, and how that person receives that and reciprocates it. Sexual energy comes from that place of knowing what you are passionate about. And this difficult lesson is going to, once again, you have the rune Gable, which is the divine gift. A divine gift will come to you very soon. But I do feel like this gift is going to be your ability to express yourself openly, wholeheartedly, and passionately. Yeah, I think you guys are going to take a lot of, you guys were meant to have a lot of wisdom about sexuality through your experiences and through you healing yourself and healing your creativity. And that is the message that Venus has for you and wants you to focus on at this time. Tap into your creativity, get more into the things that you used to be passionate about, and let yourself open up a whole new world of possibilities. All right. I do hope this reading did resonate. I'm hoping that I get my voice back pretty soon. Let me know in the comments, like this video if you feel like it was helpful, and subscribe if you guys are new here, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.